Yeah, letting y'all come in the room real quick. You feel me? Hope y'all had a great weekend. Unless you're a honky, hope your weekend sucked. This is another episode of the Seers Glare, where I'm your lovely or hated host, Kamal, aka the Black Seinfeld, aka Magic X. This is one of the black news channels out here speaking truth to power, you feel me? And today we got to talk about they saying it's misinformation that black men are fed up of Joe Biden. Okay. But before we get into that, though, letting y'all come in the room. If you on Twitter, hit your bro with a retweet. You feel me? All the other platforms, hit a share for your bruh. I'm going to open up the phone lines around the 20-minute mark, 15 to 20-minute mark. Also, I'm going to let people up on spaces if they want to talk about this news segment right here. Okay? But before we get into that, though, hey, I'd like to thank my sponsor, First Place Losers. Link to the shop going to be in the description below. Fire garments. It's going to look marvelous on y'all, all right? Also, Twitch family, hit your bro with a follow, hit your bro with a share, okay? That'd be greatly appreciated. Now, let me talk to the sector of my audience that shows love and appreciation for your bruh. That is my fam. I need y'all to be a little bit louder because the hating sector of my audience is super loud right now, okay? So I need y'all to be a little louder. Also, we don't always agree, but when we disagree, we do it with respect. What should y'all be doing right now while I have this banner show up right here? You feel me? Well, let's get to it. If they watching, at least they learning. And I appreciate some of y'all, from the ugly to the beautiful and to the in-betweeners. Now for my Tube family. Tube been around since 05. Don't need to tell y'all what to do, but it's always great to remind y'all. Like a sub a share a comment a like. I mean, you already been doing it, but it's great if y'all do it some more. All right? Now the hating sector of my audience, the suspected white supremacists, the coons, the Sambos, the foul-mouthed mother effers, you stank hoes, and also the people that use mayonnaise as lotion. What should y'all be doing right now? That's right. Hold on, what's it be? EAD. Now, with that being said, let's hop right into this news segment right here. And as you can see it, beware of stories spreading misinformation about black men being fed up with Joe Biden and the Democrats. No, we are. We're fed up. We're kind of fed up with all you politicians, but it's some of y'all that want to chuck and jive for at least some political party. So some of y'all is going over to Trump and voting for Trump. You feel me? I ain't saying all of y'all shucking and jiving, but the ones that's been in the forefront and on the social medias and stuff, that's the misinformation. The misinformation is y'all thinking we going from one party to the other party. No. We're coming more codified, and we're telling y'all, if y'all don't have tangibles for us as black Americans and black people, then you're not going to get our vote. You could be Democrat, Republican, Independent. Hell, I don't give a damn what party affiliation you're talking about. If you're not talking about tangibles for us as a specific, my bad, I'm getting tongue-tied. As a specific group, then you ain't gonna get our vote. But let's read this by Anshwan C. Right? This came out the 26th. You feel me? Why Biden look mad goofy right here, y'all? Kamala Harris looking like he about to croak any minute now. I'm gonna become the president. Biden look mad doof right here. Anyway, let's stop talking about the doofiness of Biden. Let's be perfectly clear. I'm not new to this conversation. I'm true to it. Oh, Lord Jesus. Okay. As much time as I spent talking with local, state, and national elected leaders, stakeholders, grassroots organizers, and party officials, I spend even more hosting and participating in events, in barbershops, in beauty salons, churches, and community centers, engaging everyday folks across America, where I'm listening a whole lot more than talking. I even written a few articles here and there about the importance of black votes, particularly black men. Okay. But an article I read the other day didn't remind me, as I've often argued that black voters are the most consequential voting bloc in America, or that black men are positioned to be the most critical swing vote in 2024 election. Got that right. We are a swing vote. We got to start treating it like a swing vote. And what I mean by that, if they don't do something specifically for our group, y'all feel what I'm saying? Then they ain't going to get our vote. Every other group does it. Every other group does it. Now it's time for us to do it. Our vote holds power. You feel me? And we have the right to withhold our vote if we're not getting what we want. Instead, it just further illustrates how quickly misinformation can spread in our community and how damaging that misinformation can be. As a rollback in August, it's clear that voters of color, particularly black men, are the number one target for misinformation, disinformation, and voter suppression. And the experts tell us it's only going to get worse in 2024. Okay, so explain what the misinformation is, Antoine. Come on now. Now, before we go any further, let me make it absolutely clear that I don't pretend to speak for all black men, much less the entire black community. That would be more than a little insulting. Furthermore, anyone who spends even a little time in a barbershop would tell you that there's some real frustration out there and even more confusion. Yes, thanks to President Biden and the Inflation Reduction Act, prices are starting to go down. But let's be honest, all you need to do is go to the grocery store and you'll see the affordability crisis. Prices are still high and people are struggling. I get that. In fact, I can identify with it because I'm pretty frustrated myself. The fact is that when Democrats hold a small majority, like we do now in the Senate, Republicans can still use our archaic rules and the filibuster to block major legislation. I'm about to debunk that because y'all had the House and the Senate. Come on now. Don't let them fool you with this bullshit talk about, well, the Republicans now got the Senate or blah, 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 or vice versa. No. You could have passed legislation. You had a majority of the House and the Senate. You didn't do anything specifically for Black Americans and Black people when y'all had the majority of the House and the Senate. I think y'all had the House and the Senate at one point in time. At one point in time, y'all didn't do anything. I want to say in 2012, during one of Obama's terms. We could actually Google that. When did the Democrats have the House and the Senate? Pretty sure. The appointment of seats in the House was based on 2010, blah, blah, blah. Which was also, who controlled the House in last year? What is this? No, we want to know when did it take control of the Senate? No. At the same time. Maybe that'll help. At the same time. Who controlled the House and the Senate? Mike Pence elected. The Republican obtained majority of both. So 2016, a Republican had both the House and the Senate. Democrat president won re-election, Bob gained seats in both chambers, retaining control of the Senate, even though the Republican Party retained control of the House of Representatives. No, when did they control both the House and the Senate? I'm doing this research right now, and it always seems like the Republicans are controlling both the House and the... Why is that? I swear in one of Obama terms, the Democrats controlled both the House and the Senate. The Democratic Party would not simultaneously control both the U.S. House of Representatives and the U.S. Senate, again, until more than decades later. Why are they not giving me a specific what you call it? Senate House appointment U.S. based on 20 blah blah. The number increased the majority in both chambers. Blah blah. A brief filibuster, and the Brock begun sworn President Jr. would gave Democrat overall federal government. Blah blah. Dog, just give me a clear answer. I hate when they do this shit too. It's like I'm asking a simple question. It's something should just pop up. Year 2008, year 2000, blah blah. You feel me? Let me see this. 2008. My bad, y'all. I gotta, the Democrat increases majority when factoring a brief filler approval 60, blah blah, and with Barack being sworn in president. Why is it not giving me a clear cut fucking answer? Boom. So 2006 is when they had both the House and the Senate. Right here. Blah, blah, blah. What? Okay. When factoring the two Democratic causing independence, a brief filibuster proved 60. Why are they not giving me a clear-cut answer? Hey, this kind of pissing me off, yo, because it's like, I just want a clear-cut answer. Y'all seen in 06, though, that the Democratic had the House and the Senate. And they're making it kind of seem they had it in 2008, too. And then they lost that shit in 2012. All right. I get, in fact, that I can identify blah, blah, blah. The fact is that when Democrats hold up blah, 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 that's exactly what they did with the president's Build Back Better plan and the John Lewis Voting Rights Act, and it's pull your hair out by the roots frustrating. Some folks are frustrated, some are angry, some are confused, and some just aren't feeling this election at all. I get that. But we can't let that be excuse to let this kind of misinformation seep into the ecosystem. Our communities are the ballot box. All right, let me see it. Okay, I got you, bro. For example, the article argues that Black men are frustrated with President Biden and the Democrats because they have failed to deliver on things like student loan debt relief, bullshit, police reform, yeah, to a certain extent, and voting rights, horse crap. Horse crap, yep, to a certain extent, horse crap. No, student loan debt relief is for everybody. It's not just for Black men, okay? Police reform, yeah, we're for that. We're for an anti-Black hate crime bill, to be exact. And voting rights. No, this is horse crap. We all get the vote now. There's nothing really stopping us from voting. They try to say an ID. We all got a fucking ID. Get the hell out of here, man. No. Tangibles for us as Black Americans and Black people. Cash reparations to start out with. An anti-Black hate crime bill. That's another thing. You feel me? A little tougher on immigration. That's another thing, because they dropping off a lot of these immigrants in Black communities, Black neighborhoods, while they take up the resources, while they beat each other asses in the middle of the streets. Y'all ain't gonna tell me y'all ain't been seeing them whooping each other asses like they back in their homeland. Y'all ain't been seeing that? I've been seeing it. They've been throwing hands with each other in the middle of the street. They act like they back in their homeland and shit. But I digress. All right? They must have forgotten how President Biden cut undergraduate loan payments in half and helped drop monthly payments for millions of borrowers down to zero. How many of them millions was Black Americans and Black people? Huh? How many? Who cares if he signed this bill and it's $146 billion in student debt relief for 4 million Americans? Who gives a crap? Who is getting the help? You're trying to speak to us as Black men. You feel me? And I'm just going to say Black people. How many of those Black people and got their loans cut? How many? All right. He must know that earlier this month, President Biden laid out a new plan that would expand that student debt relief to more than 30 million Americans. How many of them are Black Americans? Black people. Of course, none of this would be necessary if GOP officials hadn't led the charge, pushing the right-wing Supreme Court to block Biden's plan to erase $400 billion in student debt, forgiving the debt of nearly all 40 million federal student loan borrowers. Isn't that delivering on student loan debt relief? Oh, my God. But what about police reform? I hear you asking. Well, despite what the article tells us, President Biden has delivered there too. Let's start with the fact that in October 2022, President Biden announced he was pardoning all federal offenses for simple marijuana possessions. Okay, simple marijuana possessions. You're pardoning people, huh? So they went to jail for what now people are getting billions and billions of dollars from that industry. How y'all going to incorporate these black brothers and sisters to get back into this industry so they can have some work? So they don't come out and do some crime to make some finance. Okay, you pardon them. Whoop-de freaking dude. And calling and he didn't say specifically black people, it just said pardon. Pardon all federal offenses for simple marijuana possessions. That don't just consist of black people. And calling on governors in every state to do the same. He also started the process for broader decriminalization and rescheduling of marijuana under federal law, which is not specifically for black people. But that doesn't matter in this article, does it? How about when President Biden banned chokeholds and no-knock warrants from federal law enforcement? Does that count? What about signing the Emmett Till Anti-Lynching Act? Dog, all this shit, what are you talking about? What did that do? So black people can't be lynched or it's tougher punishment? Are you serious? We're not getting lynched like that in the boatloads. Now, some of my black brothers and sisters out there, they still getting lynched. You be seeing a mysterious hanging of black men in certain areas and stuff like that. Yes, I said black men. I haven't seen black women. You feel me? They're lynching more of like they get what they be with a white boyfriend or whatever, and the white boyfriend kill them and dismember them. That's like their form of lynching. But whoop-de-doo, we got an Emmett Till Anti-Lynching Act, not an anti-black hate crime bill, which we get hit with the most hate crimes out here, which would vastly make the amount greater for the crime of black people and black Americans. But we got this to make lynching a federal crime. Y'all see this goofiness? For the first time in history, are creating a national database to track law enforcement misconduct, which ain't working. Maybe President Biden should direct their Department of Justice to go after these brutal cops in departments in cities like Mount Vernon, Louisville. Am I saying that right? Louisville. I said Louisville. Louisville. Sorry, y'all. Goddamn. Phoenix and Minneapolis. But wait, President Biden did that too. And don't get me started about voting rights. You ain't even got to get started. Why the fuck do we care about this voting rights stuff when we already have the right to vote? We have the right to vote. They did the ID thing. I don't know about y'all, but every black person and black American I met done had an ID. Unless they lost it in like a bar or a restaurant. Which then they get their ID back in like, they go get a new ID and get it back in like what, a month and a half. I'm not reading that. Okay. Article criticizers are not delivering economically, but while the writer admits that under President Biden, black unemployment is at a record low. He ignores that black entrepreneurship is at a record high with new black-owned small businesses opening at the fastest rate in a generation. But we want to talk about economically, bruh. So why they're attacking venture capitalists when we only get 2% of that venture capital, which is a form of funding black entrepreneurs? Don't you know Ed Bloom is suing the Fearless Fund, which is a black-owned venture capitalist fund that wanted to fund specifically black-owned businesses? But yeah, he delivered economically. Okay, yeah. Who helped secure roughly $100 billion federal contracts for small, disadvantaged, and black-owned businesses? You gotta see the trick bag, y'all. Small, disadvantaged mean also black. It also mean because it said black-owned, so it make it seem like, oh, they gave us the black-owned. Okay, no. Small disadvantage is Latinos, white, believe it or not, Asian, Indian, Native American. I know some of you idiots out there is like, But you said Indian, ain't that Native American? No. Indian from India. Okay. 100 billion, right? How much did that 100 billion go to black-owned businesses? You see how they try to trick this in? For small disadvantage and black-owned. And which means a lot of that 100 billion probably went to the small disadvantaged businesses. Biden, who launched new efforts to aggressively combat housing discrimination and protect black-owned home values, knowing that along with education, home values are the big man. This guy is caping for Biden right now. God damn. The article wants us to believe that President Biden and the Democrats aren't repairing infrastructure, fixing dilapidated school buildings, or doing anything to invest in black communities. So I guess President Biden invested 1.2 trillion to repair our infrastructure with the bipartisan infrastructure law was just a figment of our imagination. Who can? You said it's 1.2 trillion to repair infrastructure. Is it specifically in black areas? This is a Lift All program, y'all. Lift All. I guess securing 130 billion to help our school safety reopen, ensuring high poverty school district and schools are protected from funding cuts, and investing 7 billion in our historically black colleges and universities doesn't count. Really? So you fixing up HBCUs, but how is that helping up the greater good of black Americans and black people in the United States of America? Hey, you know what? I'm gonna keep it all the way funky. Not all of y'all that go to HBCUs is like this, but it's a good amount of y'all. Y'all be cooning. Y'all be cooning. And I said a good amount of y'all, not all of y'all. Now, if you felt the way when I said y'all be cooning, you might be in that cooning category in my hating sector of the audience. Or a lot of times with the HBCUs, we have a lot of, black professionals. You feel me? And they don't use, I say a good amount, not all of them, but it'd be a good amount. They don't use their professionalism to help out the black community in a greater scheme of things. Not for real. Just saying. But Biden helped to what? Give the school better infrastructure? Okay, cool. Thanks. Infrastructure plan of 1.2 trillion. Yeah, that's for America, to build America. That ain't specifically for black areas. I guess 15 billion to replace lead water lines in poor communities doesn't count. That shit should have been done. And I ain't heard not one peep about them fixing the water in Flint, Michigan. You most definitely would have heard that by now, right? I ain't heard a thing. More black families have health insurance right now than at any point in history, as we passed the first major gun safety law. Okay, I can't read no more of this goddamn Democratic babble. Is this him, bruh? This Antoine, y'all, or Antoine. We're gonna call you Antoine. Come on, bruh. You can tell this bro Democratic shield. Jesus Christ, bro. Well, get Joe Biden thumb out your ass. Jesus Christ. All right, shout out to my live audience. I see the live audience on the tube. See the live audience on Twitter. Say what's up to your bro. Hit your bro with a thumbs up. Yeah, Robert Parker, what's up, man? Complete and utter bullshit. You feel me, bro? You feel me? Robert, can I ask you this? Are you a black man? And are you fed, if you are a black man, are you fed up with Joe Biden? Or are you not? Robert, help me out. Just want to know. I just want to know. Okay. Just want to know. Because they saying that it's misinformation that we fed up with Joe Biden and the Democrat shenanigans. But maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I could be wrong. So Robert says, yes, he is. He is a black man. Okay. Now the other question. Are you fed up with Joe Biden and the Democrats? Just put a yes. Yes or no. Just yes or no. Okay. Because apparently the misinformation is we just not fed up. Joe Biden did a whole lot of stuff for us as black people and black Americans. We just don't know, to Antoine. Okay. So just give me a yes or a no. Are you fed up with Joe Biden and the Democrats? Just so the people out there can see. Yeah. He even gave more information. He said, yes, I'm fed up. See, I told him yes or no. He threw in the I'm fed up. So this is a black man. I'm a black man. We both fed up with Joe Biden and the Democratic bullshit. You know why? You know how I know? Because he says complete and utter bullshit. That's the point we making. They are hitting us with the misinformation. There ain't no misinformation that we not fed up with Joe Biden. Yes, we are fed up with Joe Biden and the Democrats bullshit. You feel me? Robert says he's been lying for 53 years. Hey, Robert, remember when he said he didn't want his kids in the racial jungle? I mean, just saying. You feel me? And this my thing. We're fed up with the Democrats. We've been fed up with the Republicans. They throw the shit in our face a lot of times that they don't be really caring about black Americans and black people. What we're coming to terms to as, and I want to say black people, because a lot of times I notice through the media and stuff, they try to make us divisive. It's this, black girl magic, black men over here and black women over here. No, I'm black people. Us as black people, black Americans. What we're fed up with is that y'all are not trying to help us out specifically as a group while you help out other groups specifically. We want tangibles, okay? That's what we're fed up about, all right? So, with that being said, and Robert said I never voted for this SOB. I feel you, bro. You know what, bro? I'm going to give you some air horns for that. Yeah. Now, with that being said, phone lines is open. If y'all want to call in while I read the comment section, the number is 619-609-7383. Also, if you in spaces, you could come up right now to talk about this situation. You feel me? Also, I got the link on like Facebook and Twitch if you want to come up here and show your face and talk about this situation. Hit that link, you feel me? But we're about to read the comments, so let's get into it. And I got the comments off of Yahoo News. It's the same title, y'all. It's the same thing. So Ryan Maybe says, why is it Ryan Maybe, dog? Why not just be Ryan? Or how about just be Maybe? Could it be possible that black people, like many others, may not be a fan of Trump, but feel as though the country and economy are headed in the wrong direction? What the hell does that have to do with the misinformation with Biden? Ryan, stay on task. Chad says, that ain't misinformation. We don't like y'all or voting for y'all. Trump 2024 or RFK Jr. No. Total no RFK Jr. He said that he basically was like no against us getting reparations as black Americans. So RFK Jr. could go kick rocks with his scruffy ass voice. And this is the reason lies. You can't lie this time. We're on the last leg. Fool me once. And also, this is misinformation too, because it's not as many people. It's not as many black Americans and black people voting for Donald Trump that you think. A lot of us is at this point voting for the damn couch. Okay? Let's be real. All right? DMC says false information. You might as well just shut down the internet then. Old bastard says all the Democratic dog whistle clickbait story. It's all about racism. I mean, it's a certain hue that makes it all about racism. But we ain't going to talk about that now. All right? David says, poor people in general are starting to realize that Biden's third world invasion is going to hurt them the most. And see, I want to point this out too. I'm glad somebody said this. Do y'all ever notice that they try to correlate poor with black? Do y'all ever notice that? Every time we talk about us and black issues, it's all, well, yeah, poor people too, like all it's poor. And it's like, oh my God. We're not talking about that. We're not talking about that. You feel me? Robert, stop it, bruh. Stop it. Why not start the couch potato party? I don't know. Who's gonna be the vice president though? Who the vice president of the couch potato party? See, this is what I'm talking about. More support from the love sector of my audience. The part of my audience that shows love and respect. More support. Shout out to Robert. Thank you, bro. Because the loud sector of my audience, bro, be loud and proud and really stupid. Okay. Now, let's read some more comments. Brantley says, well, I'm fed up with Joe. In fact, they will send Joe's clone to debate Trump 2024, make January 6th great again. God damn it. Then you come in and say something wildly corny, man. I should have known. With a name Brantley, what I expect. Q says, voting for Trump over Biden just because Biden isn't perfect will be the classic definition of jumping from frying pan into the fire. Nobody's perfect, but Biden and Trump ain't really talking about this either. They both pandering too, by the way, to get our black vote. But the thing is, none of them talk about tangibles. So it's not, oh, because he's not perfect. Q, thumbs down. Okay. Are they going to let me do a thumbs down? Oh, well, with that being said, look, y'all, before we get into the slapper of the day, come on, bruh. Rob says Mr. Potato Head for VP. Hey, man, at least we could build them together, right? I mean, it makes sense. Ain't most vice presidents kind of like Mr. Potato Head? You kind of build them from scratch. Just saying. Now, with that being said, we're going to play the slapper of the day. But before we play the slapper of the day, I'll leave this at the end of the show. So, today, y'all, the slapper of the day comes from the artist. And I know y'all going to be like, damn, I didn't know you listen to music like this. Yes, I do. From Rick James, off his album Cold Blooded. Okay? And we go play the title track. Cold Blooded, y'all. Ooh, this came out in 83. R&B and soul, baby. Yeah, y'all get up there. Y'all better get the gig in. Let y'all see the track list. Now y'all stream. Let's go. Who do you? Girl, who do you belong to? Woo! Boy, you is. Girl, I think you're right. We talked. What words could I describe? There's no dictionary book to explain how you look. Girl, I think you're so sexy. Yeah! Bloody! The way you talk, y'all gig with me out there, yeah! Who are you? Look like a star. What's your name and number? If it's true that you think I'm hot, if we try to get to know each
other. You might find you couldn't trade me for another, cause I think you're still in my dictionary. Yeah. Woo! Just baby. Holy smokes and Jesus. Freeze.
When can we unfreeze, Rick James? I guess we gonna unfreeze. I know some of y'all out there like, God damn, this song's long. Why y'all think they were so skinny back in the day? They had songs you gotta dance for 10 minutes. Yeah.
Who do you? Who do you want to? I want you is girl, I think yeah, we talk. What words could I describe? There's no dictionary book to explain how you look. Girl, I think it's time.
Bloody.
What else can I say, baby? Holy smokes and Jesus.
Bloody.
The way you want.
Oh yeah, I'll play the whole song. I'll play the whole song.
Sexy, sexy.
Ooh. I know some of y'all are like, God damn, that's a long ass song. Yeah, 6 minutes. This is Cold Blooded by Rick James off the album Cold Blooded. Woo! I gotta check that out. But with that being said, we are coming to the end of the show, which means the phone lines are closing down. So if y'all want to leave like a voicemail about this new segment right here, this one right here, y'all want to, well, Antoine was definitely a Democratic shield where he was talking off this article right here. Okay. All right. 619-609-7383. Y'all would like to call and leave a voicemail. Also, holy damn, for real? Robert said he was 19 when it dropped. He was talking about the song that I played. Yeah, Cold Blooded. You feel me? See, this is what I like too. You feel me? It's like this how we connect. You feel me? It's an older song, but some of us youngins, well, some would think I'm probably a little old, but I mean, to some, I'm young. You feel me? We listen to the old school too. I try to bring it all together. You feel me? You know what I mean? Shout out to you, Robert. You feel me? I know you was hitting that cold blooded. Yeah. All right. But anyway, Spaces is about to close down. So if you want to come up, all well. that's what God to say. All well. Also, okay, brother, you 60-year-old listening to me, man. Damn. You don't know how happy that makes me. You feel me, bruh? I appreciate you, man. Thank you. You know what I mean? But the Spaces is closing down, phone lines is closing down. You know what I mean? I'm not taking no more link things. So if you want to come up, it's over. It's done. It's done. All right. With that being said, this is another episode of the Seers Glare. I'm your lovely or hated host, Kamal, aka the Black Seinfeld, aka Magic X. And since I have a certain sector of my audience, that's my fam. Hopefully, Robert, sub to the channel, become part of the fam sector. You feel me? Show loves and appreciation and things in that nature. You know, we don't always agree, but when we disagree, we do it with respect. And the support, the love sector, I need y'all to be a little bit louder on them comments and stuff like that. I need y'all to be how like Robert was. Type in the live chat. Write them comments below. Because the hating sector be so loud and proud. Oh my goodness. Wow. But actually, what should y'all be doing right now? That's right. And if they watching, at least they learning. And I appreciate some of y'all, from the ugly to the beautiful and to the in-betweeners. Now the other sector of my audience. The hating sector of my audience. The suspected white supremacists. The Sambos, Antoine, you in this sector. I'm sorry. You was kind of tap dancing for Joe Biden. You feel me? That was sad. That was disgusting. Almost threw up. Also, the people that got ashy feet and they breath smell like they've been licking cat ass. What should y'all be doing right now? That's right, EAD. Now, with that being said, my final note is this. Not only me, but another black man, Robert, said we are fed up with Joe Biden and the Democrats. We fed up with these politicians because y'all not talking about tangibles for us as black Americans and black people. And I'm going to leave it at that. Y'all have a good day, good evening, good whenever it is y'all consuming this content. And I'm out.